I'm heading up to Cerros Del Viso, which is a lookout point overlooking Alcalá and Madrid, otherwise known as the Madrid Corridor. It's actually a valley, but here it's called a corridor. And I suppose that is actually quite fitting because the hills are on one side are quite low and the other mountains are pretty far away, and they are in fact pretty high. They're real mountains. I was making a video and it cut off on me. Sometimes certain words trigger the voice activation of this and it shuts down. Being able to begin and end the recording with voice command is neat, but sometimes I'd prefer if it didn't do it arbitrarily. Anyway, what I was saying before the video got clipped was I did adjust the power level of this down earlier this year because the motor was overheating. But now that it's only like 12 degrees C today, that probability goes way down. I paused that last little bit of the climb to save time on this. As I was saying, because it is cooler, I believe I can jack up the power into the motor without risking having it get too hot. The danger is putting too much voltage into the motor when it's not moving at speed. You can put the same amount of voltage, maximum voltage, into it when it's spinning at full speed, and it won't overheat and be perfectly happy. But when you put a lot of drag on it, slow it down, that energy's got nowhere to go and just becomes heat. As always, it's a bit warm and windy here. The sun feels really good, but it is breezy. Now there's two lookout points, and this is one of them. When we look down, you can see that we're on something of a steep hill, and going downwards would be an unhappy experience. Looking off into this direction are some more communities, and just about in the middle of the screen, if you could see it, would be the beautiful town of Loeches. And I've made videos from there, and it's a lovely place. Very historic. Last year, somebody set this hillside on fire, so all the green shrubbery has been burned off, but the grass is trying to make. So there is some green bits of grass and that kind of thing reappearing, and I think in a year or two it should come back to life. If you look straight down, you see that those lines, that's motor oil, and I believe somebody was at the other zero, which we'll go visit right now, and they banged their oil pan. I've seen this before off of dirt roads. Cars bang their oil pans, and then they yeah, here's more. So that shouldn't be there. So yeah, that's totally likely in a place like this. Anyways, I went back to the other lookout point to see if the car that was parked there had a trail of oil coming out of it, and if it did, I would have told the nice people, hey man, you are trailing oil. But they gave me a kind of a dirty look. I guess they just wanted to have a romantic moment with their hash pipe. At any rate, being that they did kind of give me a, like, what do you want look. They're on their own. This is the other lookout point here, Cerros del Viso. The air quality isn't as crispy as it was on Christmas Eve. On the other hand, it was kind of foggy this morning, so it isn't all pollution. At any rate, this is a beautiful lookout. On a very perfect day, I think you could see all the way to Guadalajara. Gotta go.